So recently, I've been kind of shifting my mindset on this and really been starting to think differently when it comes to not posting or not creating because I'm scared of what other people think and not buying new stuff or displaying myself in a certain way because I'm scared of what people would think. I've been thinking about that recently and I think I really changed my mind on things recently in terms of that. Because if you think about it, it doesn't really fucking matter. And if you've had a hard time getting past this blockade or this wall that in reality you've made for yourself, then I think you should keep watching. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I don't really talk straight, and it's probably gonna be a whole lot of words that aren't even in a normal ass order. It's probably gonna be a whole lot of yapping. But I hope that after watching this video, you will have changed your mind on whether or not you should do that thing. Whatever that is, that's up to you to find out. That's up to you to decide whether that's posting a video or getting that tattoo or getting that piercing or buying that shirt, wearing that dress to the party, or buying that new computer, buying those new shoes, whatever it is. I hope that after watching this video, you'll change your mindset a bit on how to approach it. And one of the things I thought about was how we only really live once. So why would you live your entire life worrying about what somebody else think and really living your entire life through the likes of somebody else? And because that don't really make sense to me, and it shouldn't to you either when you actually think about it. So let's just say, for example, me with my content, I've not even gotten big yet or gotten anything too crazy. I've got, let's see what I got at the moment, 646 followers, 10,800 likes. That's what I got right now. I'm gonna be honest, that's not the greatest thing, but it has been achieved in a time span of only 5 months, and half of that time I lived through the lens of somebody else. I was caring about whether or not somebody else would like the content, whether or not people at my school would think I'm weird, whether or not there would be some random person saying my fits are trash. And I think that I finally gotten far enough past that where I can actually post where I want, what I want, and really do the things that I want with my platform, and really be true to myself. And I think you should too. No matter what that is in life that you're trying to do, I think you should really be true to yourself and actually follow what you want to do and not just live through this lens of another person. Because some of the things that I did was I really started to think about how there's been no person ever who's hated on me that I wanted to switch lives with. I don't know if you've had that feeling, but I think if you really like look into who's hating on you and like who they are as a person, what happens in their life, you would realize that you don't actually want to swap lives with them. So why would you care what they think? They're out partying, they're out, fucking around, being a hoe, whatever it is. And you're at home praying to God, doing your homework, making videos, and you're scared of what they think. Do you really want to live your whole life scared of other people's opinions, especially the ones who you wouldn't even want to swap lives with and whose lives you don't even see as greater than yours? They don't have anything that you cannot get and that you would need. So why would you care about what they think? And and tying it back to the whole thing of like not swapping lives, there has never been a businessman, a designer, a entrepreneur, whatever, that has hated on somebody for trying to be that. Because nobody in a great position is ever gonna hate on somebody for trying to be great. So why would you worry about people that aren't even a place in life where you want to be? I think that that is a waste of time. And that is something that I have moved past to the extent where I feel like I can now talk about it as if it is behind me. And I think another thing that helped me a lot was really just, the whole thing of fake it till you make it, and manifesting. Because when you think about it, and when you read the Bible, and when you watch life, just life in general, and look at athletes, if you look at Ronaldo, how he's always saying, I'm the greatest, I'm the GOAT, I'm the best ever. That mentality actually got him to the spot of being one of the greatest ever, if not the greatest. So I think that when you're trying to do something, and you often have doubts or second thoughts, or you're overthinking it too much, I think that really you should just look in the mirror. And this may sound a little weird to somebody, and you may not think that this will work, but I personally think that this is a great method. Look in the mirror, tell yourself, I'm like that. I'm like that. I'm that guy, I'm that girl, I'm him, I'm her, whatever it is. Look yourself in the eyes and remind yourself, you are really like that. You are that person. And you're that guy, you're that girl, whatever. Because when you put that thought in your head constantly that you can do this, and you're great, you will eventually become it. Because there's no person ever who has been saying to themselves daily that they are like that, or they can do this thing, that wasn't able to do it. And really, when you do that, you just gotta think about it as if you're creating yourself, or if you're like looking into the future. Because to be honest, what you say about yourself to some extent will become true. And then when it comes to things that you can actually influence, like for example, whether or not your content is good, whether or not people like it, I think that manifestation is one of the biggest and best steps to take. And whether or not you need to do it daily, or just right before you post, or right before you buy something that may be a little bit risky, or out there to wear, I think that you should look yourself in the eyes, or just say it in your head, remind yourself who you really are and how great you really are. And whether or not you believe it, it is going to change over time as you continue to tell yourself that you can do this and you're the person who's done that. And if you remind yourself of every single struggle you've ever gone through, you're gonna start to realize that you've gotten through every struggle ever. There has been no struggle in your life that you have not gotten through, or else you wouldn't be watching this video. Is no such thing as a thing that you have worked for that you couldn't accomplish. There is no such thing as a wall too high for you to climb, because if there was, you wouldn't be here today. You wouldn't be sitting or lying, whatever you're doing, watching this video. So you just really gotta look back, or look in the mirror, whatever you gotta do, and tell yourself, I overcame this. Why would it matter what they think? Why would it matter what happens? Because I already went through all of this and all of that, and got through it. Because you're here today. You're here right now. And to be honest with you, the Lord's got a plan for you that you sometimes may not see, but it will always be great. And you are destined for greatness. You, right there, destined for greatness. and he has a plan for you. So if you keep doing your part and just working, trust me, it'll work out just fine. And whether or not you're meant to have 5 million followers, 10, 2,000, or 1,500, or whatever it is, and then be great another place in life, that is up to him. But if you just do your part, if you just keep working for what you can work for, if you just keep putting in your all, if you just keep doing what you're supposed to do, you will make it in the end. Trust me on that. If you don't, I will give you $500, because there is no way in hell a person out there who has God on their side will do everything in their might to achieve something and they won't make it. I simply just don't believe in that. I simply just don't believe that that will ever happen. And now that we're talking about in life, let's talk about how you only live once. Just like I said at the start, you only have one life, so why would you spend it worrying about what other people think? Why would you spend your entire life being in this state of almost doing, in this state of I wanna do this, and in that mindset? Because that's honestly a waste of time. That's a waste of your life. And I personally think, and I personally have used the like technique or whatever of just reminding myself that when I get one day to heaven's gates, hopefully, just reminding myself, or like thinking about how whether or not I would want to stand up there and get asked by God, are you happy with what you've achieved? Are you happy with what you've done? And then I would have to say no, because I stopped myself from doing great things because of what other people thought. I don't want to do that. I don't know about you, but I don't want to do that. And that has really helped me just push past this wall that I have created or had created for myself, and really helped me push past that. And now finally post whatever I want. And even though I don't have a crazy big platform or whatever, it has still helped me to push past when I was at 300 or 200, whatever it was. When I finally realized and it finally clicked for me that this is my fucking TikTok. This is my fucking platform. I can do whatever I want because I'm the one posting this. And really, when you get later on in life, even if you regret something, hopefully your mindset would have shifted to a point where you're like, okay, I'm happy that I was so steadfast in myself back then that I posted this. Or I was so steadfast in me that I got that tattoo or that piercing, whatever it is. I hope that thinking like this, all these other tips, that they will help you get to a point where even if you regret something, you would just look back on it and think, I'm so happy I did this for me back then. Because honestly, that's the only thing that really matters when it comes to doing things in life, whether that's posting, buying something out there, whatever it is. You really just got to do it for yourself, because in the end, it's only you. It's you versus you. You're the one that has made this wall. For example, when it comes to posting and not posting something because what if other people don't like it? Why would you want to live your life and like things through the likes of others? Like, why would you want to post things that you, or why would you like hold yourself away from posting things that you like just because somebody else may not like it? Why would you stop yourself from doing things that you like because somebody else don't like it? That, you see how that doesn't make sense? I can't even make it a sentence because it don't make no sense. Why would you ever do that? So you really just gotta look at life differently to push past this wall. And you gotta use these steps as a ladder to get over this wall that you've created for yourself, or out of this hole that you've made for yourself. You gotta remember, God has a plan for you. You are going to make it. Trust me. You have gotten through every single challenge ever in your life, or else you wouldn't be watching this video. Nobody great has ever hated on anybody for trying to be great. So why would you let somebody there that is not even where you want to be in life stop you from getting there. You only live once. So why would you waste this one life thinking about what could have been or what you could have done or what you wanted to do but never doing it? And it's you versus you, my boy, my girl, whoever's out there. It is you versus you, and that's how it's always gonna be. And as long as you have God on your side, you can do anything you want. So stop worrying about what other people think and start doing it for you.